guess thank you so much for the inspiring talk. It was really interesting for the Collide, and like I really enjoyed the methods. I thought it was a really good takeaway to kind of how to improve our work. I guess one question I have is also how to bridge the pop culture for me actually is something that I'm always so curious about, because as an Asian person who's grown up in Canada, like pop culture is very different, but so much of the work kind of relies on, or some of the work relies on like the pop culture references.
Okay.
And growing up in different kind of backgrounds and stuff.
Okay. So I'm not sure if this is going to answer. So I'm going to take the TikTok analogy. So TikTok has trends, okay? And TikTok also have sort of sub-themes, they call it. So for example, if a trend is trending, and the sub-theme could be like puppies, for example, what TikTok does, they collide with each other. So the trend and whatever you're passionate about allows you to come up with something interesting. For example, if the trend is about what's that trend that people, the makeup, I mean they do the switch.
I don't know what the name is called, but like they like do a little flip and then come back.
Oh, transitions, So the transitions is a very TikTok trend. And maybe the passion is about dogs, right? But then they use, so instead of transition themselves, they transition the dogs. So then it's a collision between the two different things. Does it make sense? So you're trying to find familiar things like trends or cultures, and then from that trend or cultures, how do you flip it? Because if it's too predictable, it's kind of boring.
I think some of it is just sometimes you have different references and getting people to understand that reference. And you're like, they've never seen this before. But I think that's what resonated with me with your talk, was like you have to have something that's a bit familiar. So that people aren't coming in completely blind. Which I thought was really interesting.
So this Collide isn't new. It's comedians use it. So basically how they do is they'll lead you into a particular journey and then they give it a twist. But that twist is always to lead you. They always tell something about their own personal stories. And that's why I talked about human intelligence and not artificial intelligence, because human intelligence allow you to evoke emotional stories that is more engaging. So that's where the connection lies, to create something familiar.
Something a bit more interesting. That's cool. Thank you.
Okay.